Okay, let's hope this one's the right way up and it's not on a side. I'm listening, Elaine. I've tried. I don't know if I've done it right. Anyway, it's the 16th of September 2025 and the song is Black is Black. So, something you can't argue about. It's a fact. There's no grey areas. It's not the deepest, darkest blue. It's not the deepest, darkest green. It is black. Jet black. So, black is black. No arguments. 16 is about destruction. In the upright, it's a blessing in disguise. In the reverse, it's somebody trying to avoid that, walking about on eggshells. So let's see. We are in Virgo still. Pluto, the unknown, first house of Aries, and Aries there. Okay. So that is the baby of the tarot. The one that gives us the impetus to move forwards, Aries. The rocket up our backside. The tower could be a rocket launched. Let's see. And there it is in the sweet spot. So, no denying this one. The rocket is launching. Looks like somebody's a bag of nerves. They've been walked on for far too long and they're not going to put up with it anymore. So then, a codependent situation. You're in something because you have to be, not because you want to be. There's no peace in this situation, and no financial independence, emotional or otherwise. You're dependent on others or they're dependent on you. A wedding, a new home, a celebration coming up. And there's the Aries for you there. An opportunity not to be missed. So it could be a new home, a new business, a new proposal even. Because where you are is stagnant. Arguments with mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children. There's Aries and Scorpio in the sky. This is agriculture, this is military, this is stagnation. Nothing can grow in barren lands. May the 31st, November the 11th, the poppy. Failed pregnancies, terminations of contracts, etc. Venus, but in reverse it's venereal disease. Somebody trapped in their own thoughts, overthinking things, being a doormat, being a victim or playing the martyr, doing things not out of the goodness of the heart, just doing them because they have to. There's but one in the year of the snake, or this year. And number 4, the 12, hanging yourself out to dry. Your happiness is irrelevant. Not to them anyway. So this brings something to an end. So that it's miserable, it's stagnating, and the tower will fall, destroying that ivory tower that you've built for yourself. But it's a blessing in disguise. So the only clues we've got here is the 12 Pisces, the 3 and the 30 Taurus. We have got Paul, Greg, Natasha, Elaine, Josh, and Abigail. Chris, possibly, but then it's today's neutral card, so I'm not going to say that. It could have been Chris and Mandy, but only if it comes out again. Yeah, no more being blackmailed, no more being in denial. You're going to make a decision. Your thoughts are clear now. You're not protecting others anymore, and you're not waiting to be sure of your facts. Number 10, a change for the better, a new home. Like I said, it could be number 10 like mine. It could be somebody, a change at number 10 Downing Street, hopefully. A battle, bickering, arguing all the time. You must stand up for yourself. You are protected, and you must get good advice from a doctor, priest or lawyer, or Libra, even somebody who is detached and not part of this situation. The name Michael could be important. Severing ties, being protected, the greatest warrior that ever was. And a message coming, a gift perhaps, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or the beginnings of a new venture that will bring small financial aid that will turn into something bigger. The postman, possibly with a cheque. Someone in uniform, somebody with a darker complexion. 10 years is mentioned. Time for a new team, and that new business, if it's a new business that you start, will prosper. A new team, it will pay off within 3 years. Because where you are is Cinderella, slogging your guts out for other people with no appreciation. You're going to burn yourself out. This isn't over yet, but it needs to be. Something not coming to a conclusion the way you would like, but it's a blessing in disguise. 21. A stolen inheritance, perhaps. The World Wide Web, the internet. 21 is negative. Sitting on the fence, refusing to make this decision, trying to do everything by yourself is no good. There is a drain on shared finances and the reproductive organs. Somebody is feeling empty, drained, an empty vessel. Your enemies will be overcome. Scorpio, Gemini, 2 years. And there it is, the tower. So now we have Chris, Mandy, Neil, 16. The tower will fall, it must fall. A bond is broken. And there we have a couple that are detached. They have no emotional bond. It's just a mental thing. Could be two people, one divorced, one widowed, or both divorced or widowed, but it is good advice. Therapy needed, maybe. Exercising the ghosts of the past. Love has left the building. There is no love. Pisces energy, and you should come out of that mental prison you've made for yourself. No shame, no blame. Just release yourself. There will be a reunion, a celebration within 3 months. Could be that you gain some knowledge, because that's the three knowns. The past, present and the future blend together. So, first house, like we said, is Aries. It's about you, specifically you. The head, the face, your place of birth, your immediate environment. The colour white, which is an aha moment. The self-incarnation, your image, your separateness, your individuality, your physical characteristics, personal appearance, expectations and your environment. The planets and signs in the first house pervade the whole of life, describing particular expectations and the way in which you interact with the world takes place. We haven't got Capricorn and Saturn. We haven't got Leo. We haven't got Mars. No chaotic Uranus, Jupiter, Neptune, no. Pluto in the first house suggests a great deal goes on beneath the surface and that life will be intense. Yes, it will. Aries in Pluto in Aries, sorry. No such thing. It's unknown. Due to its long orbit, making these placements irrelevant, Pluto in Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius and Pisces is not included. It's not there yet. Well, not in this book anyway. I might have to see if it's been updated. So, Kunas. So kin, family and knowledge, vision, revelation, creativity, inspiration. So you're not creating anything. We're barren. We have nothing growing here. We're stagnating. Lack of ability, the lack of vital fire of life, controlled. There's no transformation or regeneration because of it, and it's to do with family or knowledge. Some knowledge gained, maybe. Where's that gone? So Scotland, the name Ken, Kunas. Number 6, knowledge, Sagittarius, Heimdall, being watched, the watchtower. So well done, Spirit. The owl, Sagittarius, the letters K and C, so KC. My son, so sons could be important. The protection from harm, so that Archangel Michael there protecting us. Learning, the knowledge handed on from generation to generation. Related to the words of kin or kindred, so like kindred spirits. The flame can additionally be applied to your passion, without which further generations would not exist. There's no passion, so they cannot exist. Also, wasting or ulcers, possibly because when maintaining a flame, the kindling that provides its fuel is eventually consumed. This is about the trustworthy gatekeeper of Heimdall, the deity as mysterious and brooding as a pine forest. Odin, hanging from his tree for 9 nights to get the Norns, knowledge. There he is. Wednesday, so tomorrow. It's his job to prevent mortals and giants from crossing the Rainbow Bridge. It's the twilight of the gods, the shining god, he who stood between. So something stands between you and what you want. The bonfires, November the 5th, where we come from, gunpowder, treason and plot. Inverted, there is a loss of love and friendship. A bond is broken. Old loyalties are foretold when Cunas appears. You may feel yourself to be adrift, abandoned, with little idea of what to do next. However, Cunas is primarily associated with learning. It's important to remember that some lessons are hard ones. It may be that it is time to let go of the past and move on. All will be revealed in time, so don't panic. The lesson you need to learn will become evident to you, and you will soon find the right path, even if the guiding light seems dimmed at this time. 33. So the threes are not with us this time. It's the Witch's Garden. So Gaia's garden is the Empress. So all the threes. Something in the garden does not grow. 33. Latin name, there is none. The planets, bloody loads of them. The Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, Neptune, and the unknown. So, the Witch's Garden is the alpha and omega of the work of the Green Witch. Here the seeds of the first plants. Some of our loving attention, some are with loving attention. There's the seed that Spirit has given us for a brand new beginning. Here the seeds are first planted. Some are with loving attention, others are scattered randomly. More still will enter upon a wild wind. It's filled with both cultivated beauty and wild seeds. Both are welcome. Gardens bloom and bear fruit and go to seed and begin the cycle all over again. This garden contains medicines and poisons, both held in beauty. Many require careful tending and demand our attention, but most grow wild, doing better in disturbed soil than behind the perfect picket fence. Many of the darkest and deadliest of plants need full sun to grow their shadowy powers, and others need the shade of the north side, or beneath a tree, as if in a forest with dappled sunlight. Many of the witch's bane are quite thirsty and need more water than you would expect to thrive, so you may need to drink more water, but can also survive the drought. The gardens become the insects and the insects and arachnids, the creepy crawlies, the worms, the slugs, the four-legged and winged creatures that may come to feast and heal. Nothing must take too much, for the witch has their own plans for these medicines and magic. The medicine of the garden is all medicines, but in truth it is the return to earth and all that it has to offer, the single virtue of any one plant. While still a garden, the Witch's Garden harkens back to the mystery of the hedge, the meadow, the valley, the swamp, the forest, and all that is discovered in each place. The Witch's Garden is our attempt to bring a bit of each sacred place to our home, to our own land, to see our allies each day growing and thriving all around, and through them keep more connected to the mysteries of nature further afield. The Witch's Garden is a return to our true nature as one of the many wild things, helping us find primal magic in the midst of our domestication. So, if the Witch's Garden should appear upside down, you, in your reading, ask yourself, what isn't clearly planted in your life? There's no firm foundation. What has been uprooted? What is unbalanced, and what within the elements? How are the twin powers within misaligned? Then work on rectifying the imbalance and start your garden work again. And there's the imbalance, the Two of Pentacles. You cannot sit on the fence. I tend the seeds of my intention in the garden of my soul. Oh, and there's the vulture and the asphodel. So the vultures are circling then, and it's number 14, which is knowledge and Sagittarius, upheaval. So we are starting something new, but we must destroy something else to do so. 14. The vulture and the asphodel indicates an unforeseen upheaval leading to grief, mourning or regret. The vulture is often associated with death, but it plays an important role in our ecosystem. Its consumption of carrion, the decaying flesh of animals, prevents the upheaval of disease. Relatedly, in Greek myth, asphodel was said to grow in the underworld, and to the Victorians it sent the tragic message, "My regrets follow you to the grave." Often, what follows upheaval looks like ruin, and it's tempting to clear the rubble and start again. The vulture and asphodel remind us that there is value in what has been lost. Take time to grieve before you rebuild, lest you harbour regret. So don't jump out the frying pan into the fire. Give yourself time to be on your own. You must be feeling trapped in a cycle of grief, unable to heal or change. If you're overwhelmed, consult with others who can help you identify the source of your unresolved pain. So therapy. It's impossible to clean a wound we don't know we have. How do I experience grief? And how do I redefine myself after this upheaval? So how you do it is spend some time alone and find what it is that you want before you go rushing into something new. So, facts. Face facts. Don't become a perpetual martyr, going from one situation to another, be that a job, a person, or whatever. Give yourself time. Too many. Yeah, the number one again. So that number one is very important. The High Lady of Love and Compassion. There's no love and compassion here. It is your challenge. It's in the reverse. So put yourself first on the priority list. Aries and the first house and the High Lady. So the High Lady is saying, when the High Lady of Love and Compassion appears as your challenger, she reminds you to snap out of your self-centeredness. Your ego has set a sneaky trap for you, and you may have forgotten that to create an abundant life, which you haven't because it's barren, you must be conscious of how your choices impact those around you. Are you trying to manipulate others to get what you want without consideration for them? It is possible that your good intentions are about helping too much, enabling other people to remain the same and preventing their growth. Sometimes it's better to let others hit rock bottom with their own suffering rather than trying to make it easier for them. Sometimes you need to be cruel to be kind. Be conscious that you aren't alone in this world. Begin to behave as if God is in all life, in every person, and they matter. Remember, the living world is a sacred community, and you're a magical, important part of it, but you're not the only one who counts. The High Lady of Love and Compassion is waiting to guide you and be your friend and ally. So think first of others, and she will orchestrate your ultimate success. So, but I would say, if you've always done that, it is time to put your boundaries in place and say no. Let them hit rock bottom, like they said, because they're never going to learn if you don't. And it's again, if you need a sign, this is it. You've had it twice. You don't need to be told twice. So, thanks for listening. Speak soon. Bye-bye.